Hey there, welcome back to our summer series. I have saved the best for last for you, of course. This is Summertime, the most quintessential summertime song from the opera Porgy Bess, originally written by George Gershwin. There are many complicated versions of this song out there, and of course his original version was very musically intricate because that's the writer that he was. What I have tried to do for you is boil this song down to 4 chords that you can play it with. Obviously there are lots of versions out there that you can consult, but I'm hoping that this, for those of us who are limited in our chord repertoire and are really just wanting to hang out around the campfire and play this song as much from memory as possible, this version will allow you to do that. So let's dive right in. We are going to be in the key of A minor, so let's just zoom in and review what those 4 chords are that you will need.
We're going to play Summertime in the key of A minor with 4 different chords. The first one is A minor, where you're going to kind of give that middle finger a good rainbow reach up and over, down onto the 2nd fret of G. Nice, big, mystical, mysterious minor chord. And then from there we're going to go to the E7 chord, which is going to feel a little bit more complicated. Take that middle finger and you're going to scooch it over to the 2nd fret of C. Just move it over 1 string. Pointer finger is going to come down to the 1st fret of G, and the ring finger always gets sort of lost in this mix. That's going to go to the 2nd fret of A. Tuck it back a little bit. And you'll see I've kind of moved my wrist a little bit so my fingers are pointing more back towards me. That tends to make it a little bit easier than trying to go at it perfectly perpendicularly, right? You want to kind of come from that, sneak over from the top, if you will, and find that E7 chord. Looks like that. And we go back and forth a lot between the A minor and the E7 chord. So get familiar with those 2 chords, just going back and forth between them, because that's half the song right there. Then we're going to throw in a D minor chord. To get to D minor, I often think of it like if you know the F chord, put your pointer finger on the 1st fret of E. I'm going to reach my middle finger over to the 2nd fret of G. And then in between, I'm going to sneak that ring finger onto the 2nd fret of C. So that sounds like another beautiful minor chord there. And then finally, later on in the verse, we're going to find our C chord. We love that C chord. We like to sneak it in wherever we can. That's where my ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of A. And that's what you need.
All right, now that we got those chords, this song is made up of 2 verses, and then we repeat the first verse at the end. And each line is sort of like a pattern in and of itself. So let's take a look here. We're going to start off with A minor to E7. And we just go back and forth between those 2 chords. Now, if you are new to this key, what I would recommend you do is take some time and giving yourself a full 4 beats to change between the chords. Kind of like this. You strum once on A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that time you will have moved to the E7 chord, so you can strum on 1, 2, and back to A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, E7, 2, 3, and go super slow with it, and just get comfortable with that sort of that route, if you will. Your brain needs a little bit of time to travel that route, kind of like your commute, right? To work and back, or whatever, for it to feel more automatic. And as it does, then you're going to start to shorten the time. So you're going to give yourself just 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, switch, E7, switch, A minor, switch. And this is going to get you to the pattern that we need for the song. If you are ready to take it a step further, you can do 2 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And if you are ready to take it a step even further than that, add a little swing strum to it. All you're doing is adding an up strum at the end of each chord, like this. 1, 2, up, 3, 4, switch. And you're kind of switching on the up strum. So it brings in this really cool rhythmic texture to the whole thing. And this is all you need for that first line. You just go back and forth. So find the right layering for you, and let's try a little bit of it. Summertime. That's the first line. When we get to the second line, we're going to find our D minor chord and just hang out there for a full 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then E7 for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try that again with the words. D minor, fish are jumping, and the cotton switch is high. Then we go back to A minor, E7. Here we go. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So that's the same as the first line, essentially, both in the melody and the chord progression. The last line, we scooch up to the C chord, which doesn't seem to belong, but it sounds really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, E7 for 4, and back to the A minor, E7. So let's try that again. To C now. So hush, little baby, E7, don't you cry. A minor to E7 and back. And that's the gist of it. So let's try putting all the lines together, starting at the beginning. Here we go. Summertime, E7, back to A minor, and the living is easy. Now to D minor, fish are jumping, and the cotton, E7, is high. Back to A minor, E7. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. Now to C, so hush, little baby, E7, don't you cry. A minor, E7, and that's it. Now it's going to be the same pattern for the second verse. So let's try it, and you are in charge of chord changes this time. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. Let's try the first verse again. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. And you can play this A minor to E7 out however long you want, but eventually when you get sick of it, you're gonna end on A minor. Nice job. This is such a fun one, and as you can see, you can have a lot of fun singing with it. You can speed it up a little bit if you want to make it a little bit more peppy. You can really slow it down. Ella Fitzgerald has a really nice rendition of it where she just eats up every note of this song. It's amazing. Whereas you might try to listen, Nora Jones has a really interesting recording of this as well, in which she plays the piano a little bit faster and not quite with such long notes. They're more, she has more kind of a staccato pattern on there. So it's kind of cool to listen to people's interpretations of the songs. That's the best part of music anyway. And you can also choose to make it your own any way that you would like. This is a really easy song to have fun with in that way. So go back and use this video any way you need to help you in any way. Let me know how it goes if you have any questions, and enjoy your practice. I hope you've enjoyed these summer songs. Can't wait for more coming up soon. Thanks so much.